and welcome back to another wintry style figure opening video. I'm doing these because we haven't opened them for quite a while. Again, we are now in July, possibly August, and this figure came out in October last year. So I'm trying to just catch up with some of the figures that we have and taking a look at them for you guys. So let's not waste time. Let's get straight into looking at our Winter Live Rin figure. Here we go. So as we can see, this is very much the same as the Len figure that we opened before. This has a nice kind of orangey yellow background here and here. There's a few nice diamonds and stars and stripes going on. So a lot of different patterns. There's a nice big white open background here with again the same patterns down the bottom. And Rin takes up the whole front of this box. Very, very pretty, and I like this a lot. Look at that sass she's got going on there. And honestly speaking, I do feel a little sorry for Rin because she doesn't really have that many figures that come out in the game centers. You might see a few Lens, it's mostly Miku's, but she rarely gets one, so very lucky to actually have one this time. But anyway, she's taking up the front with her trumpet over here. Down here, again, we have our Hatsune Miku Winter Live figure, and then we have our Kagamine Rin, so that's down there. And again, the warning information that the image might not actually match the figure itself, so there we go, it's always here. If we go to the side over here, we can clearly see it says side. But of course that means the side view for the figure, not for the box. But we have Rin looking off at one side, looking pretty cool. And then here we have from behind and from the back. Again, this just looks very, very sassy, so pretty cool. Going over to this side, we can see that Rin takes up the whole front. And look at that cheeky smile. Look how cool that is. Oh, very excited to open you. Wow, why have I not opened you yet? I'm sorry, everyone. And again, down here we have the same text information that we had over on this side. So yeah, everything there. But when we go over to this side, we have our beautiful, beautiful piece of art here. And this again is done by Ankotaku. They did the same pieces of art for the Len and for the Miku. So again, if you do want to look for them and find their Twitter, please have a look and search this down here because again, beautiful art, wonderful artists, and they do a lot of art for the Mikus. So I think we have a few figures that are based off of their styles, so very pretty. But that's the art on the side, as well as the warning info, so that's always here. And then moving down to the bottom, we can see when the other figures came out. So the Miku came out in November last year, and the Len came out in December last year. So I don't know why we're opening Rin last, but there you go. And this is the third one, so we can actually show you all three of them together at the end, hopefully. And then at the top, we just have the same information we had on the side with our Hatsune Miku official logo and our Taito and Jaya Prize logos up here. So yeah, pretty nice box. So let's get this open. Okay, and in with our knife, and let's open this nearly year-old tape because it has been quite a while. And sorry to keep you all waiting again. I really do feel kind of bad for this. All right, let's get you open. Oh, plastic. Okay, that's fine. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, very pretty. Oh, look at you. Oh God, you're so cute. Okay, so just give me a second and I will unpackage this and we'll take a look together. 1 second. Okay, stand. And here is our stand. And as we can see, our stand is a nice hexagon. We have Rin's name here at the bottom and kind of in these staves here. So very cool. This time we have a trumpet because that is the instrument that she's going to be using. And we can also see that this is a dark black kind of plastic, nice translucent, so we can kind of see through it to a distance. So very cool. We also have this nice kind of pattern going around the outside, so that's also very pretty too. And the foothold is a bit of an interesting shape. It kind of comes off at a point instead of a circle. Probably to hold her foot better because I believe the figure itself is going to be leaning, so we have to be careful there. But then finally down here, and yep, that's backwards, so let's turn it around and get it right this time. We have our information there, so illustration by Ankotaku, and again, please do go check out their art because it's beautiful. We have the Krypton Future Media Inc. and the Pia Pro Net logo down there with Taito Corp and Made in China. So yeah, very nice little stand here. Okay, let's put you down. And here is our Rin figure herself. And wow, look how pretty she is. Look at that smile. Okay, let's start off by taking a look at her face. So, as we can see, she has some beautiful blue eyes, and again, there's a lot of little details going on in there, so it looks like it is very, very robotic, very, very cool. You can see her nose sticks out quite a bit on this figure, and she has a wide smile. This time there is no pink, there is just white to show her teeth, so she's smiling with a big grin on her face. And then when we look at her hair, it comes down across to one side, so her fringe kind of comes across like this, being held by 3 different coloured pins, so that's pretty cool. And there's a black one over here holding this side back. But having a look at the rest of her hair, when we go around the back, it goes down from a yellow solid colour to a nice kind of more frosted yellow at the bottom. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Again, you know me, I like this. This is always fun. But what's interesting is that her hair actually has been split into multiple lines this time. Usually it might be just one solid thing or a parting in the middle, but this is pretty interesting that each part has been kind of made to look like they're separate, so interesting. And as we can see, she's wearing a nice black beret here with a white bobble on top of her head, so that's pretty cool. And we can also see this ribbon down here in red and white with a 02 in the middle, which is also pretty funky. So yeah, that is her adorable face. Let's move down the body. And then moving down the figure, we can see she's wearing a lot of white, black, red and gold. That is the kind of colour theme for this figure today. Now, I asked in a few previous videos what these things are called. Thank you, Aubrey, for letting me know. These are called epaulates. Am I saying that right? Am I butchering that? But thank you very much. I do appreciate that. These are a beautiful golden colour with little strands kind of coming off nicely by themselves, so very pretty. We can also see that she's wearing this jacket, and the white jacket itself has a lot of nice folds on the sleeves, on the jacket itself at the back. Again, we can see like it looks very natural, very normal, so pretty cool. And then on the sleeves, on the cuffs here, we can see there is this nice black colour with a gold trim around the outside. We can also see that this hand is in a fist on her waist, like she is kind of angry or posing for something, so pretty cool. And then this arm over here comes up like this, again the same black and gold cuff, this time holding a trumpet. And this trumpet, again, is pretty cool, it's very nicely detailed. We can see there's a lot of love that's gone into making that. And this must be really, really hard to mould. I don't know how they would have done this so cheaply. So, but very, very impressed with this. This is really, really nice. So that's cool. And then at the front of her jacket, she has these little black bits at the front here. I don't think this is supposed to button up, with a nice gold trim on the outside and some golden buttons. So pretty cool design. We can also see that she has this red tie. It's not really fully done up, which isn't the point. But it's very flimsy and we can move it about, so pretty interesting. And underneath this tie, we can see that she's wearing a white blouse, which is very nice. There's not really much detail. There is a little bit of a kind of crease in the middle with a few folds down the sides. And then moving down, we can see she's wearing this very pretty skirt. This skirt is of course white like the rest of the figure, and it has a lot of red kind of colours underneath each side to show where the folds on her skirt are, so very, very cool. This also flows in the wind to one side over here, so that's pretty interesting. And I also want to say that this is quite a weak plastic, so we can push it about a bit if we need to. Not like we need to, but yeah, interesting. Wow, that is really, really weak. I wonder why. Maybe they're trying to save money. And then we also have these 3 little golden trim bits here in the middle, again just to match very nicely with this wonderful theme we kind of have going on up here. So let's move down from the top half to her legs. And moving down her legs, we can see that she is wearing thigh-high stockings with a black trim at the top, and there is an FF here. Again, I would like to thank this time Charlene, I think that's how you say the name, Charlene, I'm not sure. FF, she told me in the comments, stands for Fortissimo, so thank you very much. I'm getting a lot of information from everyone regarding these figures, so I really do appreciate that. And that is on both sides of her legs here. And then she has these kind of knee-high boots, and the boots themselves are a more kind of rubbery plastic look with a gold trim in the middle going down. The top of the boot has a black and gold kind of outline to it with a little kind of gold dot there on the insides of both and outside. And then the boot itself doesn't really have much detail to it except for this kind of black heel going on here and this black sole, which this is more of a stand. Over here we can actually see the real boot itself. So the heel is quite long, but the sole itself is flat. And yeah, that's basically it. There's not really any detail at the bottom here. It's kind of smooth. But yeah, what an adorable figure. God, they should really make more Rin figures like this. Okay, let's quickly get you in your stand. And here she is in her stand, and what a pretty figure. They really should make more cheaper Rin figures like this that anyone can get their hands on from the game centers. But anyway, I've been talking a lot. Let me give you all a few beautiful shots of this figure. So let's take a look. Okay, and let's get you up on the shelf. And we're going to put her up here with the Miku and the Len figure that's at the back. And we are kind of running out of space, so she's going to have to stand on other stands for now. But wow, very pretty figure, and so happy that we finally got all three of them open, even though Len is all the way back there in the background, not really being able to focus on his face. Let's try and get that. Come on, there you go. But anyway, yes, we are here for today's Rin figure, not for Len. But thank you all for tuning in. If you liked today's video, please do give us a like, and please subscribe for many more figures coming very soon. Okay, bye!